G'day, fellow explorers! If you've ever dreamed of a land where pristine beaches meet rugged outback wilderness and cosmopolitan cities merge with ancient rainforests, then you're in for a real treat. Australia is an immense continent brimming with biodiversity, cultural richness, and breathtaking landscapes. Today we'll be embarking on an epic 30-minute journey across the land down under, unveiling the best places that make Australia so extraordinary. From the vibrant coral kingdoms of the Great Barrier Reef to the mysterious red heart of the Northern Territory, each destination has its own story to share. So buckle up and get ready for a virtual road trip through towering gorges, bustling harbors, and timeless Aboriginal culture. The wonders of Australia are calling. You won't want to miss a second of it. Australia defies quick summaries. It's a melting pot of ancient traditions, ultra-modern cities, and ecosystems found nowhere else on Earth. You can snorkel in crystal-clear waters, teeming with marine life, traverse coastal rainforests, alive with the sound of exotic birds, or gaze in awe at rock formations sculpted by time and wind over millennia. We'll explore world-famous icons like the Sydney Opera House, while also shining a spotlight on hidden gems that few travelers ever get to see. Ready to chart a course for an unforgettable adventure? Let's discover why Australia consistently captivates the hearts of nature lovers, thrill seekers, and cultural enthusiasts alike. It's time to begin our odyssey through the land of kangaroos and endless horizons. 1. Sydney, Australia's iconic harbour city. Our first port of call is Sydney, the shimmering jewel of Australia's east coast, and a city recognized worldwide for its stunning harbour. Even if you've never set foot in Australia, you've likely seen photos of the Sydney Opera House, with its billowing sail-like structures glowing at sunset. Designed by Danish architect Jørgen Utzon, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is both a cultural hub for music and theatre and a symbol of Australia's modern creative spirit. Next door looms the Sydney Harbour Bridge, affectionately known as the Coat Hanger. Feeling adventurous? You can actually climb to its summit for a heart-pounding experience and a breathtaking 360-degree view of the harbour, the city skyline, and the sprawling Pacific Ocean beyond. After soaking up the panorama, head down to Circular Quay, where street performers juggle fire and didgeridoo players fill the air with hauntingly beautiful Aboriginal melodies. Board a ferry to Manly or Taronga Zoo for a closer look at Australian wildlife. From cuddly koalas to mischievous Tasmanian devils, venturing further, lose yourself in the hustle and bustle of the city's central business district. Stroll down George Street, Sydney's oldest road, and pop into modern shopping precincts like the Queen Victoria Building, a 19th century architectural masterpiece. If you need a breather, wander through the lush greenery of the Royal Botanic Garden, where you can gaze out at the shimmering harbour while parrots and cockatoos chatter overhead. Finally, don't leave Sydney without visiting the legendary Bondi Beach, where surfers flock to ride epic waves and sunbathers bask on the golden sands. The Bondi to Coogee Coastal Walk offers scenic cliff-top views and hidden coves perfect for a refreshing dip. Sydney seamlessly blends cosmopolitan flair with laid-back beach vibes, making it a perfect introduction to Australia's many wonders. 2. The Great Barrier Reef, underwater paradise. From the bustling city lights of Sydney, we venture north to one of Earth's most precious natural treasures, the Great Barrier Reef. Stretching over 2,300 kilometers off the coast of Queensland, this UNESCO World Heritage listed reef system is the largest of its kind on the planet. Home to thousands of marine species, from radiant corals to playful sea turtles and majestic manta rays, it's a veritable underwater metropolis. Base yourself in gateway towns like Cairns or Port Douglas, where daily boat tours and snorkeling excursions whisk you into a kaleidoscope of blues and greens. Whether you're an experienced diver or a first-time snorkeler, the reef offers an unparalleled opportunity to witness marine life in its full glory. Schools of iridescent fish zip among vibrant coral forests, while gentle whale sharks occasionally glide by, awe-inspiring in their immensity. Don't miss a chance to spot the graceful sea turtles rummaging for jellyfish or seagrass, an encounter that truly touches the soul. Consider taking a scenic flight over the Heart Reef, a naturally formed coral formation shaped like a perfect heart. The aerial perspective reveals intricate patterns that ripple through the water in vivid turquoise hues. It's like flying over an otherworldly tapestry, stitched together by nature over millions of years. Back on land, you can learn about reef conservation at local marine centers, where scientists work tirelessly to protect these fragile ecosystems against the challenges posed by climate change and pollution. Few experiences can match the wonder of drifting through this colossal underwater paradise. The Great Barrier Reef isn't just a natural wonder. It's a living testament to Australia's astonishing biodiversity and a vivid reminder of the delicate balance between life and environment. 3. Uluru Kakadu National Park, heart of the Red Centre. Next, we swap oceanic blues for the ochre-red expanse of Uluru Kakadu National Park. At the heart of Australia's interior lies Uluru, Ayers Rock, an immense sandstone monolith rising from the desert floor, glowing with breathtaking color shifts at sunrise and sunset. Sacred to the Anangu people for tens of thousands of years, Uluru is steeped in Aboriginal culture and dreamtime stories that weave a profound spiritual tapestry around this land. The park is also home to the Kakadu, the Olgas, a group of massive domed rock formations just 50 kilometers away from Uluru. These ancient marvels stand as silent sentinels over the desert, their shapes carved by wind and rain over countless millennia. Hike the Valley of the Winds Trail at Kakadu, where you'll traverse dramatic gorges and hidden valleys echoing with the whisper of the wind. Along the way, keep an eye out for wildlife such as kangaroos, dingoes, and rare birds that find shelter amid the rocky labyrinth. To truly appreciate this land's significance, participate in a guided cultural tour led by traditional owners. Hear the Anangu's Dreamtime stories, which describe how giant ancestral beings formed the landscape and bestowed law upon the people. You'll discover sacred rock art sites that serve as both historical records and spiritual symbols, connecting generations across thousands of years. Be sure to stay after sunset for an unforgettably clear night sky. The Milky Way arches overhead like a luminescent canopy, free of light pollution and brimming with stars. Standing before Uluru beneath this cosmic display is a deeply humbling moment, a reminder of how vast and ancient this corner of Australia truly is. 4. Great Ocean Road, coastal splendor now. Let's journey south to Victoria to drive along one of the world's most celebrated coastal routes, the Great Ocean Road. Built by returned soldiers between 1919 and 1932, this winding highway offers jaw-dropping ocean panoramas, dramatic sea cliffs, and secluded bays. The undisputed highlight is the 12 Apostles, a collection of towering limestone stacks that rise from the Southern Ocean, though only 8 remain standing after centuries of erosion. A typical Great Ocean Road adventure starts near the surf mecca of Torquay, home to the iconic Bells Beach, where surfers test their mettle on formidable swells. As you drive west, you'll pass through small seaside towns like Lorne and Apollo Bay, each offering its own brand of coastal charm, local seafood, and Aussie beach culture. Keep your eyes peeled for koalas dozing in the eucalyptus trees along Kennet River, or try a rainforest walk in the Great Otway National Park to experience Australia's ancient temperate woodlands. When you reach the Port Campbell National Park, you'll witness the 12 Apostles at their finest, particularly dramatic during sunrise or sunset, when the soft glow of the sun accentuates the fiery hues in the limestone cliffs. Nearby attractions such as Loch Ard Gorge and the London Arch, formerly London Bridge, also boast rich maritime histories and captivating viewpoints that are sure to fill up your camera roll. Driving the Great Ocean Road is more than just a scenic route. It's an invitation to slow down, breathe in the salty air, and marvel at the raw beauty of nature's craftsmanship. The combination of roaring surf, lush forest, and sculpted coastlines will leave an indelible imprint on your Australian adventure. 5. Melbourne, cultural capital. After immersing ourselves in the rugged splendor of the Great Ocean Road, we land in Melbourne, often hailed as Australia's cultural capital. This vibrant city thrives on creativity, multiculturalism, and an unwavering passion for coffee. Walk down Hosier Lane to admire some of the world's most compelling street art, splashed across heritage buildings in a riot of color and style. Tucked between laneways, you'll discover hole-in-the-wall cafes where baristas treat espresso making like an art form, fueling Melbourne's legendary coffee culture. Melbourne's foodie scene is equally impressive. You can indulge in globally inspired dishes, from Middle Eastern falafel wraps to authentic Italian pasta, reflecting the city's diverse population. For sports fans, no trip to Melbourne is complete without a visit to the iconic Melbourne Cricket Ground, MCG. Whether you catch an Australian rules football match or an international cricket game, the electric atmosphere can't be beat. Take a tram down to St Kilda, a beachfront suburb where locals rollerblade along the promenade and penguins sometimes waddle up to the breakwater at dusk, or meander through the sprawling Royal Botanic Gardens, a green oasis dotted with ornamental lakes and exotic plant species. By night, discover Melbourne's flourishing art scene through live music at cozy venues, edgy theater performances, and late-night art exhibitions. Melbourne isn't just a city, it's a cultural experience shaped by a melting pot of influences. If you're looking for a place where tradition and innovation dance seamlessly together, this eclectic metropolis promises to be a highlight of your Australian journey. 6. The Daintree Rainforest, ancient wilderness. Turning our focus back to tropical Queensland, we arrive at the legendary Daintree Rainforest, believed to be one of the oldest surviving rainforests on Earth. Estimated at over 180 million years old, the Daintree predates even the Amazon, hosting a cornucopia of plant and animal life, shaped by eons of natural evolution. This lush habitat is a living time capsule, offering an extraordinary look into a prehistoric world. Base yourself in the small town of Cape Tribulation, where the rainforest literally meets the reef, forming a rare juncture of two UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the Daintree Rainforest and the Great Barrier Reef. Embark on a guided night walk under the canopy, where luminescent mushrooms and curious nocturnal creatures bring the forest to life in an otherworldly spectacle. During daylight, a river cruise along the Daintree River might reward you with sightings of saltwater crocodiles sunning themselves on the banks, alongside kingfishers and cassowaries lurking among the dense vegetation. Part of the allure of the Daintree lies in its sense of timelessness. Wandering through giant ferns, tangled vines, and towering canopy trees, you can almost imagine dinosaurs roaming these very paths millions of years ago. For a cultural immersion, Join an Aboriginal tour that shares the Kuku-Yalanji people's deep connection to the land. Learn to identify bush tucker, native food, and hear ancient legends that underscore the rainforest's profound spiritual significance. If Australia's epic coastal drives and coral reefs aren't enough to captivate you, the Daintree rainforest will add an entirely new dimension to your travels. It's a testament to nature's enduring power and a chance to step into a pristine realm where the magic of the Earth's history lingers around every moss-covered corner. 7. Kakadu National Park, Wildlife and Aboriginal Culture. Up in the Northern Territory, about 3 hours from Darwin, lies Kakadu National Park, a place where ancient culture, diverse ecosystems, and dramatic landscapes collide. Spanning nearly 20,000 square kilometers, Kakadu is Australia's largest national park and a tapestry of wetlands, waterfalls, and sandstone escarpments that shift from lush green in the wet season to golden browns in the dry. One of Kakadu's most striking features is its thriving Aboriginal heritage. The park is jointly managed by traditional owners who have lived on this land for over 65,000 years. Witness mesmerizing rock art galleries at sites like Ubir and Norlanji, where vivid paintings depict ancestral beings, hunt scenes, and dreamtime stories. Many of these artworks date back millennia, providing a rare and tangible link to the world's oldest continuous culture. As for wildlife, Kakadu is teeming with it. Saltwater crocodiles roam the East Alligator River, while magpie geese, jabirus, and other water birds flock to billabongs in the early mornings. Taking a yellow water cruise at dawn or dusk reveals wetlands brimming with activity. Crocodiles stealthily gliding beneath lily pads, colorful kingfishers darting between reeds, and wallabies grazing near the water's edge. Venture deeper into Kakadu's gorges to find hidden waterfalls like Jim Jim Falls and Twin Falls, tumbling into serene plunge pools, perfect for a refreshing swim during the dry season. A journey through Kakadu feels like time traveling across the tapestry of the Earth's earliest stories. The ancient rock art, spectacular biodiversity, and humbling beauty of the land remind us that Australia's wilderness holds layers of history and wonder waiting to be discovered. 8. Whitsunday Islands, turquoise bliss. Imagine a place where swirling white sands merge with the crystalline waters in shades of blue you never knew existed. Welcome to the Whitsunday Islands, a chain of 74 tropical islands off the coast of Queensland, set against the backdrop of the Great Barrier Reef. Pristine beaches, coral gardens, and lush national parks make the Whitsundays a veritable paradise for beach lovers and marine enthusiasts. Many travelers anchor themselves in Airlie Beach, the jumping-off point for sailing adventures. Hop aboard a catamaran or sailboat and glide across the calm waters, visiting iconic spots like Whitehaven Beach, frequently lauded as one of the best beaches in the world. Its sand is almost pure silica, giving it a blindingly white hue that contrasts dramatically with the vibrant turquoise sea. Take a short hike up to the Hill Inlet Lookout, where you'll witness swirling patterns of sand and water that appear almost too perfect to be real. Snorkeling and scuba diving are top draws here. Sites like Monterey Bay on Hook Island offer encounters with friendly Maori rase, giant groupers, and, if you're lucky, the majestic manta rays themselves. On land, some of the larger islands, like Hamilton Island, feature luxury resorts and hiking trails, while uninhabited islets remain cloaked in tropical rainforests. The Whitsundays may feel like a dream that dissolves too quickly, but the memories of drifting over coral reefs and lazing on untouched beaches are bound to stay with you. In this patch of Australian paradise, the only stressful decision you might face is whether to watch the sunrise or sleep in. 9. Tasmania, wilderness and gourmet delights. Our next journey takes us off the mainland to the wild and wonderful island state of Tasmania. Separated from the Australian continent by the Bass Strait, Tassie is often likened to a world unto itself, where rugged mountains give way to mossy rainforests and craggy coastlines hide sandy coves. With over 40% of Tasmania protected in national parks and reserves, the island is a haven for hikers and nature enthusiasts. Head to Cradle Mountain Lake St. Clair National Park for iconic bushwalks like the Overland Track, which traverses dramatic alpine landscapes dotted with ancient pines and glacial lakes. Spot wombats ambling through button grass plains, or Tasmanian devils scurrying under thick undergrowth. Near the park, the mirrored waters of Dove Lake reflect Cradle Mountain's jagged peaks, creating a postcard-perfect scene that changes with each passing cloud. Tasmania isn't just about wilderness, it's also a food lover's paradise, renowned for its fresh produce and artisanal industries. Wander through the Salamanca Market in Hobart on a Saturday morning to sample local cheeses, oysters, and craft ciders, culinary treasures that are as vibrant as the island's landscapes. Or venture to Bruny Island for a gourmet trail featuring everything from berry farms to boutique wineries and Australia's southernmost distillery. With a landscape forged by ancient glaciers and a culinary scene shaped by passionate artisans, Tasmania straddles a line between rugged frontier and refined gastronomy. It's a place that dazzles the senses, inviting you to explore hidden waterfalls one moment and savor a fresh scallop pie the next. 10. The Outback, Endless Horizons. Australia's Outback is less a specific place and more a vast region. Sprawling interior deserts and semi-arid landscapes that evoke a sense of limitless space. Here, earth-red plains stretch to the horizon, broken occasionally by spinifex grass, rugged ridges, and salt lakes that shimmer under the outback sun. It's a land of extremes, where temperatures soar by day and plummet at night, and where pioneer history and Aboriginal lore converge in remote settlements. A quintessential outback experience might see you hopping aboard the legendary GAN train, which traverses nearly 3,000 kilometers from Darwin to Adelaide. As you glide across dusty expanses, you'll witness shifting terrains, from the tropical north to the sparse central deserts, each telling a story of resilience and adaptation. Make a stop in Alice Springs to explore the McDonnell Ranges, with its gorge-scarred hills and cool water holes that provide essential refuge in the desert heat. If four-wheel driving is your style, tackle tracks like the Oodnadatta Track or Birdsville Track, winding through ghost towns and cattle stations that feel suspended in time. At night, the outback sky is a wonder in itself, a blanket of stars so bright and dense that constellations spring vividly to life. Listen closely, and you'll hear the faint howl of a dingo or the rustle of a wandering wallaby. The outback isn't for the faint-hearted, but those who venture here find beauty in its stark simplicity. It's a soul-stirring environment that forever alters your sense of distance and time. A place where horizons blur and the spirit of old Australia endures. 11. Perth and Western Australia. Vast coasts and desert marvels. Journeying westward, we arrive in the state of Western Australia, covering nearly a third of the continent. The capital, Perth, is one of the most isolated major cities on Earth, perched between the Indian Ocean and the Australian outback. Despite its seclusion, Perth thrives with cultural venues, rooftop bars, and sun-soaked beaches like Cottesloe and Scarborough, where surfers carve waves against a backdrop of fiery Indian Ocean sunsets. A short ferry ride away, Rottnest Island beckons with idyllic shores and cheerful quokkas, those pint-sized marsupials with famously photogenic smiles. Farther north lies the Coral Coast, a wonderland of marine life exemplified by Ningaloo Reef, where swimming alongside gentle whale sharks is a bucket list experience. If you head inland, you'll discover natural phenomena like the Pinnacles Desert in Namboong National Park, where towering limestone spires pierce the golden sands, creating an otherworldly landscape. Venture even deeper into Western Australia to uncover the Kimberley region, a rugged frontier of waterfalls, gorges, and prehistoric rock formations. Cruising through Geki Gorge or exploring the Bungle Bungle Range in Pernululu National Park will reveal ancient geological stories etched into the very bedrock of the land. Aboriginal legends continue to resonate here, offering tales of rainbow serpents and Wandjina spirits that have guided and protected the people for thousands of years. Whether you're sipping craft beer in a trendy Perth laneway, snapping selfies with quokkas on Rottnest, or trekking through Kimberley's remote wilds, Western Australia offers a kaleidoscope of experiences for those willing to venture off the typical tourist track. It's vast, it's wild, and it's undeniably alluring. 12. Practical tips and cultural etiquette. Before you embark on your Aussie Odyssey, let's discuss some practical tips to ensure you get the most out of your journey. 1. Climate and seasons. Australia's seasons are the reverse of the Northern Hemisphere. Summer runs from December to February, and winter from June to August. The climate ranges from tropical in the north to temperate in the south, so research your destinations in advance to pack appropriately. 2. Travel and accommodation. Domestic flights connect most major cities, but renting a car or camper van is a popular way to explore at your own pace, especially for coastal drives or outback adventures. Book accommodations early if you're traveling during peak season, school holidays, or major festivals. 3. Safety and wildlife. While Australia's wildlife is world famous, some creatures can be dangerous. Familiarize yourself with local guidelines, such as swimming only in patrolled beach areas and respecting crocodile warnings in the top end. Carry plenty of water and sun protection, particularly in the outback where temperatures can soar. 4. Indigenous respect. Aboriginal communities hold a deeply rooted spiritual connection to the land, with sacred sites throughout the continent. Always respect local customs and any restrictions on visiting or photographing certain areas. Consider joining an Aboriginal-led tour for an authentic cultural exchange. 5. Aussie etiquette. Australians are generally laid back and friendly, but courtesy is still key. A warm g'day or how you going can go a long way, and it's polite to say thank you to bus drivers or shopkeepers. Tipping isn't mandatory but is appreciated for exceptional service. By following these guidelines and approaching each locale with curiosity and respect, you'll uncover the very best that Australia has to offer. From the coral reefs to the desert plains, prepare to be enthralled by this continent's wonders at every turn. From the sunlit sails of the Sydney Opera House to the coral gardens of the Great Barrier Reef, and from the ancient red deserts of Uluru to the towering forests of Tasmania, we've journeyed across an entire continent in these past 30 minutes. Australia stands apart in its staggering diversity, weaving together marine marvels, cultural depth, and landscapes that shimmer with age-old stories. Every corner of this vast land offers something different. The thrumming energy of Sydney, the tranquil hush of an outback dawn, the gastronomic delights of Melbourne's laneways, and the spiritual resonance of Kakadu's rock art. It's a place where modern life and ancient tradition intersect, where each new horizon holds the promise of something extraordinary. Whether you're planning a short holiday or a months-long adventure, Australia welcomes you with open arms and quite possibly a friendly g'day. Embrace the unexpected, connect with the locals, and immerse yourself in the kaleidoscope of experiences that only the land down under can provide. Thank you for joining us on this grand tour of Australia's wonders. If you found inspiration in these breathtaking destinations, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more global explorations. Until next time, keep chasing horizons and remember, a whole world of adventure awaits.